Alright, hi everyone, welcome to my first official video on my channel. I literally cannot believe I'm sitting here filming this. I was always the person that would look at weight loss videos and be like,
funny! Wish I could be 20 kilos less, but
I'm going to be telling you guys how I lost 20 kilos, and trust me, you're going to want to watch this because I know everybody's individual weight loss story is unique, but this is definitely a different one, and there's kind of a different method to how I actually lost the weight. Disclaimer, I'm not a health professional, I'm not a dietitian, this is just based off my own experience. What works for me might not necessarily work for you, and that's okay. So let's get right into it. I was always a healthy child. I just got my notes here, so if I'm looking down, I was a very healthy child. I never had weight issues as a young girl. However, when I hit high school, as we all do, we begin to become conscious of our bodies and like what we look like. Year 9, around about 15 years of age, I started realizing, oh my gosh.
Am I fat? Am I skinny?
It's just puberty for you. I thought I was fat even though I was skinny. Like I was 55 kilos, 15 years of age. That is what we call body dysmorphia. I self-diagnosed myself because I literally thought I was fat when I was like so healthy. I look at my tummy and I go,
no, this is like too big.
When it wasn't.
I don't know what I was thinking. I wouldn't eat a lot of food and so I would lose the weight. But then there would be times where like naturally as a female, your body's changing and your body's constantly fluctuating. That's something I didn't know. So I would put on weight and I'd be like, oh my goodness, I put on weight, this is tragic. No. I would get like so upset when I'd put on even like a little bit of weight. I was very harsh on myself. I would eat my emotions and I wouldn't even be hungry and I just start eating. I would like create this binge eating pattern and I would put on more weight than I originally was. I ended up binge eating constantly that I put on 10 kilos. This was not a fun time and it was kind of subconscious. Like I was kind of aware because I was like, oh damn, my clothes are not fitting me anymore. So I went from 58 kilos to 68 kilos. And then when I got to year 12, my final year of high school, I put on another 10 kilos and my highest was 78 kilograms. I actually didn't end up going to my graduation because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm too fat. The dress doesn't even fit me. My face like was huge. I also got a lot of acne. Everyone knows being overweight is not a nice feeling. Can try to convince yourself like I'm gonna love my body no matter what, and that's correct. Your body's not supposed to be overweight. It's not natural. Obviously there are health conditions as well, which is what I'm going to talk about now. But I thought, oh my goodness, you know, I've just put on weight, I'm gonna lose all the weight now. Funny. Okay, started watching YouTube videos which I found really helpful, and I started reading a lot of books. I learnt the general basics of weight loss and I was like, yep, this is simple, I can do it. I did the Chloe Ting 3-week shred challenge
3 times in a row.
So I put on a lot of muscle, but I was not losing the weight and I was doing everything right. I was following all the steps. I should have lost the weight, but I didn't. It came to a point where I was like to my mum, I think there's something medically wrong. Like this doesn't make any sense. So she said, okay, let's do some research, and she found an endocrinologist. It's a hormone doctor. So she rang up and they said you have to wait 6 months to see him. 6 months comes, we've done blood tests. We found that I was iron deficient, low vitamin D, and super high insulin levels, like through the roof. If you don't know what insulin is, seriously just look it up because I don't know. No, I do know what insulin is.
It's just hard to explain.
My body practically was producing too much insulin. The insulin couldn't break down all the sugars that I was consuming, so it would produce even more insulin. I went to the doctor, he diagnosed me as pre-diabetic, iron deficiency, this is the big one, polycystic ovarian syndrome. What is that? When he said this to me, it's like, you have polycystic ovarian syndrome. I was like,
what the hell is that?
pretty much it is a condition that females get, which is a hormonal imbalance. So your hormones are wacko everywhere. They're just like here, when naturally your hormones should be like, you know, controlled and in order. Another symptom, high insulin levels, diabetes, iron deficiency. So everything that I had in my blood test results made sense. And then he said, you cannot lose weight, or it can be extremely difficult to lose weight if you have polycystic ovarian syndrome. Reason for this is because you have a hormonal imbalance, your body can't control and be consistent with what it's producing. He was like, you might be eating smoothie bowls and that's healthy, but that is powered with sugar and you are pre-diabetic, like you're about to get diabetes. Your body can't lose weight because it's sitting there trying to break down all the sugars that you're consuming. A lot of women have polycystic ovarian syndrome and they're unaware of it. So I'm at this doctor, he's told me like you're about to get diabetes, like just stay calm. Thank you.
I'm only 19 years old and I'm about to get diabetes. Like,
Fun!
Not really the start that I want to hear at such a young age, but anyways.
He said to me there are two options. You can do the keto diet, which is a low carb and low sugar diet, to burn the existing sugars that are already inside of your body and to stop consuming more sugars. Your body's like,
Hold, just stop.
let me just break this down before you eat more. Or you can go on Ozempic. Now you're probably asking, what the hell is Ozempic?
Okay.
Ozempic, I don't know why I keep doing that face.
this is my first video and I'm just like,
Anyways, just bash me. Ozempic is an injection that you inject into your stomach or your thigh. It's used to treat diabetes. I was like, no, I'm not sticking nothing in my body, mate. I'm doing the keto diet. I don't care how strict it is, I'm doing that. It wasn't really an option like, you can lose weight if you want. It was literally, no, you have to lose weight. You need to fix your lifestyle because you're gonna get diabetes. So I did keto for 3 months. I lost 5 kilos. It was a very slow process. I was very happy, but it was taking forever. So it wasn't something that I could see myself maintaining. I went back to my doctor 3 months later. He goes, you lost 5 kilos. It's a great start. I go, I wanna go on Ozempic. Just do it. I remember injecting it into my stomach. I was so scared, so nervous. I was like, there aren't many side effects. And there's a lot of research behind this drug. The only side effect for most people is nausea. So I was like, oh my gosh, am I gonna be throwing up? Like I was freaking out. So I stuck it into my tummy. No, it was really, the needle was tiny. I was so scared that I didn't eat the entire day. What Ozempic does is it cuts your appetite and it levels out your insulin. It works as a stabilizer for your sugar levels. Now there are different dosages, 0.25, 0.5, 1 milligram, 1.5 milligrams, keeps going up. Depending on how your body reacts, you'll increase the dosage, and the higher the dosage gets, the more of an appetite you do not have. I hope it makes sense. If you have any questions, just leave them down below and I'll try my best to answer them. I started and I continued the keto diet because he said that on such a low dosage, the keto diet will help you lose weight faster. I dropped down to 68 from my memory. We increased the dose to 0.5, then finally to 1, and I just lost all the weight. All the weight, like all the weight. This medication works so well for my body. We're in October now and I have lost 20 kilos. I am now 58 kilos. It's such a huge miracle for me because weight was such a big problem for me. Like I hated being fat. It affected me emotionally. I lost all my confidence. I was so self-conscious. Like I would wear clothes and be like, this is gonna cover up my fat, but like, no, like it's obvious that you're overweight. Weight loss is a journey and it does not happen quickly. And I couldn't lose weight because I had a condition that I was, for majority of the time, unaware until I went to a doctor. If you are seeing symptoms like iron deficiency, acne, hormonal imbalance, like I really highly encourage you to get blood tests done. Take it seriously before it gets out of hand. If I was not put on this medication, I would probably be obese right now and probably have diabetes. I am a living case of preventing diabetes. I cannot stress enough that if you're not losing weight and you're doing everything right, it's okay to say to yourself, maybe I have a health condition, maybe there's something wrong. I also want to say that in terms of when I lost all my weight, I definitely do feel like very confident. The whole idea of eating doesn't stress me out anymore because I'm on medication. I'm not hungry. I don't have cravings. During that entire time that I was losing weight, I did focus on myself as well, mentally and emotionally. It wasn't just like, oh, I'm gonna lose weight and then suddenly I'm gonna be confident. It doesn't work like that. I used to think it did, but confidence comes from within. Spoken like a true queen. I'm just, yeah, interesting. If you're struggling to lose weight, oh my goodness. I was the person that would look at these videos and go, you're just sitting in your chair looking all skinny and tell me if you're struggling to lose weight. And I was like thinking to myself, you make it look so effortless and so easy. Now I'm that person and I cannot believe I'm saying this, but I want to say, do not give up and take control of your health. Take it seriously, because you as an individual, you are important, you matter, and if this is an issue that concerns you, go and consult doctors, consult health professionals if you think there's something wrong. As humans, we have to look after our body. But yeah, if I could say one thing, it's you matter, don't give up. I'm cringing at myself for saying that because I give up like straight away. I'm like, I'll be really motivated for like a week and then I'll just like give up. And I'm like now, don't give up, you can do this. Like, I completely understand where you're coming from. Please do not make comparisons. Your time will come where you will be shining, you will be confident, you will be super happy where you are. It's gonna happen, it can happen, and do not give up. I believe in you, that you can do this, because you know what, honey, you can do this. It's a long journey and that's okay. It's an enjoyable one, and when you start to lose the weight, you'll realize that it was all worth it. That's about it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope what I said made sense. Alright, bye.